Here is the English translation of your article, preserving the original sentence structure and exact character count. The shocking physical transformation of BTS's Jin has rocked the global community. In the latest photo widely circulating on social media, the drastic change in the idol's body is clearly visible, now displaying highly defined muscles, including a six-pack that had never been made public before. This visual appearance immediately sparked widespread speculation about a training routine that had not been known to the public, and raised the question of whether Jin underwent a secret program hidden from media spotlight. The question now narrows down to one thing: how could such a significant change go undetected during more than a year of Jin's military service? Was there any non-standard training carried out secretly outside of the official military agenda? ARMY, the BTS fan community, is not just shocked. They have also begun compiling a timeline of Jin's physical transformation based on subtle clues that had been overlooked all this time. Some fans gathered evidence from various past videos and photos, especially from Jin's early military days. In older pictures, Jin looked slim and lean, a signature appearance he had carried for years. However, in the most recent leaked photo from an internal training session, Jin's shoulder structure appears much broader, his arms more muscular, and his chest muscles clearly defined. This is not just an effect of lighting or camera angles. Fitness analysts also agree, a body like that requires intensive and consistent training. The fact that this change occurred amid the known pact and disciplined military duty raises even bigger questions. Some speculations suggest that Jin may have joined an elite South Korean military training program that is not publicly announced. Such programs are indeed known to be closed off and only intended for a select few soldiers with special backgrounds or those being prepared for high-level military diplomacy roles. However, as of now, there has been no official confirmation from HYB or the military institution where Jin served. This silence only fuels the public's curiosity even further. Did the agency deliberately hide this transformation for dramatic effect before Jin's return to entertainment? Or is this transformation part of Jin's personal strategy to open a new phase in his career, one that emphasizes a more masculine and powerful image? Besides the physical appearance, Jin's implied statement before entering the military also resurfaces. In one of his last interviews in 2022, Jin once said he wanted to become the best version of himself while serving the country. That sentence was then seen as a general expression, but now is considered an early signal of his serious intent to undergo a total transformation, not only mentally, but also physically. Many also link Jin's body transformation with a shift in his role in the entertainment industry after military service. Amid the wave of masculine visual trends in K-pop and rising expectations for male idols post-military, Jin's athletic physique could symbolize his repositioning as BTS's new leading figure, or even as a candidate for a big-screen actor with a new, more assertive and mature image. Some parties view this as a smart and calculated move. Jin has long been known as the calmer and more humorous member, but this transformation affirms his ability to radically change public perception. For longtime fans, this is an emotional shock. For industry observers, this is a repositioning strategy indicating a serious directional change in his future career. However, skeptical voices also emerge. Is this merely part of a marketing scenario to build hype ahead of a comeback? Will this new image last, or is it just a gimmick? Some media analysts suspect that the sudden publication of Jin's six-pack appearance is part of a long-planned media strategy, in which every transformation detail was deliberately withheld to be released gradually for maximum impact. Whatever the final answer, one thing is certain: BTS's Jin is no longer the same as before. His new body is not just a visual surprise, but a strong signal that he is ready to step into a new phase. A phase that may be more challenging, bolder, and more mature, physically, emotionally, and professionally. Now, all eyes are on Jin's next move. Will he release an official statement about this secret training? Or will the public have to continue guessing through small hints scattered across social media? One undeniable thing: Jin has sparked a wave of global excitement with one major change that was never announced, and that is the power of a transformation carried out in silence. Do you believe this transformation is purely the result of regular military training, or is there something deeper that has been hidden all along? And if this truly is part of Jin's personal strategy, what is the real purpose behind such an extreme change? Time will tell, but until that day comes, the world will continue to watch every step and every new form of the figure once known as worldwide handsome, and now, perhaps worthy of being called worldwide power. The phenomenon of BTS's Jin's physical change, now looking far more muscular than before, continues to trigger sharp and unsettling debates among fans and entertainment industry observers. Many are dazzled and in awe of his incredible physique transformation, but on the other hand, some begin to question, is this really happening? Do the circulating photos and videos truly represent a believable reality? Or is all of this part of a grand narrative deliberately constructed to provoke public reaction and shape certain perceptions? It is important to note that most of the information currently spreading comes from platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other social media. Platforms that structurally and mechanically tend to prioritize emotional engagement over factual verification. In this case, is the public becoming the subject of a massive attention experiment? Are we being presented with an image that has been systematically constructed to increase popularity and expectations ahead of Jin's return from military service? Did Jin's body really change drastically due to secret training? Or has the transformation been exaggerated through camera angles, visual manipulation, or even digital engineering? Is it possible that this moment has been carefully calculated by the media team to create momentum and steer public emotion? Various theories have emerged, from assumptions that Jin underwent elite military training, to speculation that all of this is part of HYB's long-term PR strategy. But to this day, there is still no official statement that explicitly confirms or denies it. This lack of clarity opens up a very wide space for interpretation, assumption, even hoaxes. Thus, the public should not hastily accept every piece of information that emerges without a deep and skeptical thought process. Why did Jin's body transformation appear suddenly and coincide with the time near the end of his military service? Is this purely a coincidence? Or is there a deliberately chosen timeline to create dramatic surprise, so as to dominate public conversation? Doesn't this reflect the classic media pattern of creating sensation for commercial purposes? We also need to ask, why has no mainstream media objectively and independently verified the authenticity of this visual? Why is such information mostly disseminated through personal channels, fan bases, and speculative social media accounts? Has the public become too easily convinced by visual narratives, to the point of no longer questioning the validity of the sources or the production process of the images and videos they consume? These concerns become even more relevant in a digital era filled with manipulation. Deepfake technology, body editing, and the influence of social media algorithms blur the line between fact and fiction. At this point, it is very important for the public, especially ARMY, to be reflective and not fall victim to misleading patterns of information dissemination. We want to invite readers and fans to reflect together. Are we critical enough in interpreting every news we receive? Are we able to distinguish between reality and representation that has gone through selection, editing, or even distortion to shape a particular perception? In this context, ARMY as a highly active global community also plays an important role. Rapid emotional reactions, high trust, and the desire to defend their idol sometimes become weak points that can be exploited by certain parties to create manipulative narratives. Therefore, it becomes important to ask, who is actually controlling this flow of information? And what is the motive behind it? Is Jin's body transformation truly a testament to personal hard work worthy of admiration? Or has he now become part of a larger image agenda aimed at strengthening brand position, increasing media exposure, and expanding BTS's global market reach post-military? These questions are not meant to undermine Jin's achievements. but to encourage all of us not to lose our critical thinking in facing the flood of information that overwhelms the digital space every day. Because when reality is shaped by narratives that are not always transparent, we too risk being trapped in a false euphoria no longer rooted in truth, but in constructed interested SO. Before we fully believe, let us ask again. Do the circulating photos and videos truly capture reality? Or are they just tools designed to stir emotions, create illusions of perfection, and shape images that match public expectations? We urge readers to remain vigilant and aware that every piece of news, even the most convincing ones, needs to be re-verified. The information we present in this article comes from various social media sources and online